So as you know, we had some high winds that came through and melted what little bit of snow we did have. The kids are upset that there's no skiing or sledding or any fun snow to play in. At least the chickens are happy about the lack of snow. Gives them a chance to come out and play. Hi there. So we are now starting 2016, and of course last year was an interesting year in Alaska real estate. A lot of people were concerned because oil prices were low, and the economists at the beginning of the year said we should have a pretty flat market in 2015. So I had questions all through the year. How's the market? How's the market? What's going on? So I wanted to give you a little bit of a snapshot of what's happened over the last couple of years in our local real estate market. So here you can see in 2013, in Anchorage, single-family residential homes, not including new construction, we sold 2,871 homes. The average sales price was $339,188 back in 2013. Last year, well I guess now 2 years ago, 2014, our number of units went down. We sold 2,687 single-family homes. The average sales price in 2014 was $350,873. So we saw a slight increase. We saw a 3.44% increase in price from 2013 to 2014. Considering what's happening in a lot of the rest of the nation, that's a pretty nice, steady, low, but still an increase. 2015, this was the year people were worried about oil prices, what was going to happen. What we see is our units sold actually increased. We went from 2,687 up to 2,832. We're almost back at the 2013 levels. And prices did go up slightly. They stayed pretty steady like the economists had expected, with 356,212 being our average sales price. So we had an increase year over year of 1.52%. So what we see is the economists were correct about price. It stayed pretty steady, but actually we increased the number of units fairly significantly in a year with low oil prices and some concern about the market. Going into 2016, I haven't listened to economists for this year yet, but what we're expecting is to keep fairly steady. We don't expect to see a huge increase in prices. We don't expect to see a huge decrease in prices. It should be pretty steady, and we do have low inventory right now. So if you know anyone who's thinking about selling, right now the buyers are looking and there's not a lot for them to look at. So give me a call if you want to put your home on the market here in the next month or two before we start seeing a lot of homes coming on in the spring and summer months. Hi there, today I want to talk a little bit about gratitude. I've been doing research on gratitude over the last 2 years and have found that it's a really good thing to have. It helps make you healthier, it makes you happier, there's really great benefits from it. So I've been working on teaching my kids the power of gratitude, and we talk about gratitude and what we're grateful for daily. A couple of years back, I found this wonderful idea to start a gratitude jar. So this is what we do. This is our gratitude jar. And once a week we sit down as a family and we talk about the things we're grateful for from the previous week. Maybe something someone did for us, maybe it's an experience we had. You know, we roasted hot dogs over the campfire, or we went camping, or we're grateful for the cats, or whatever it is. We keep a stack of papers next to it, we write the date down, fold it up, write down what the experience was or whatever we're grateful for, put it in the jar. At the end of the year, on New Year's Eve, what we do is we empty out this jar and we get to read all the wonderful things we were grateful for throughout the year. Happy New Year! It's the first week of January, and this is a good time to think about resetting your passwords. Most security analysts will say you want to reset it every 90 days or at least every 6 months, but I figure a lot of us never change them, so the beginning of a year is a good time to think about that. The challenge is coming up with a good password that has numbers or characters or capitals or lowercase, a combination of things. There's this long string of stuff that you can't remember. So I have a way to help you come up with a good, unbreakable, or at least hard to break password that you can remember. So we're going to start by taking a sentence. I started selling Anchorage real estate in 1995. That's a sentence I can remember. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the first letter of every word and use that to make a password. So now I have capital ISS, capital AREI 1995. That's something that I can remember because I can remember the sentence. If it's one of those funny passwords where you also have to have a character, I could throw the period in at the end, and that could be my character. So that can be a fairly nice, long, hard to break password, a strong password that I can remember. Another thing you can use if you want is maybe a favorite quote. For instance, here I have a favorite quote from Zig Ziglar. Remember that failure is an event, comma, not a person. So now I have capital R, T, F, I, A, E, comma, N, A, P. Again, a tough to break password that I can remember. And of course you can throw a number in there if you are required to have a number in your password. So use this to change all your passwords and make all of your online identity much more secure this year.